Hello, good morning. It is currently 9 a.m. and on this is like my last full day at Respite, and tomorrow morning I go home, and this afternoon is my last session of EMDR therapy for this week. I've had 1 to 2 1.5 hour sessions of EMDR therapy every day this week. And I've made a little series of micro vlogs that I will put together and maybe post if they come out okay, or if I think that they might be useful for someone. Kind of trying to get back in my body a little bit because this morning I've woken up pretty out of it, pretty dissociated, and a little bit like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, is this the right thing? Because I don't feel good. Okay. But anyway, it's kind of funny to me because this morning one of my eyebrows has like rubbed off more than the other one. Because I don't always like wipe my eyebrow makeup off before I go to sleep. Like I wash my face like everything else, but I quite often leave it on. And obviously I've slipped on the side of my face, so now like this one has come off more than this one, which is funny to me. Okay, so I don't even necessarily know exactly what I want to talk about in this video, because I guess I could just go over kind of what this is the Essence Micro Precise Eyebrow Pencil in the colour black brown, and this is not my usual eyebrow pencil. My usual eyebrow pencil ran out and I tried to get a new one, but this was like the closest thing I could find because it was out of stock. So now I'm using a different eyebrow pencil, and I don't hate it, but I think I like the other one more. But anyway, yeah, I don't necessarily know exactly what I'm going to be speaking about. This is more of a grounding activity for me because doing my makeup is really grounding, and also talking to you is really grounding. So whatever we talk about is a little bit besides the point for me. I have really enjoyed Respite. It is something that I still can't quite believe exists as a service, that like we get to have something like this. There's just a house that I get to come to, you know, along with other people who are dealing with mental health stuff or need a break from things. And daily life stresses kind of thing. Or you're going through something and you just get to come to a house and relax for free. That's crazy. maybe not everyone is free, I don't know. Maybe some are like donation, or I don't know how everyone works, but the one I'm at is free. And that's so crazy. Whenever there's something that the system gets right, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe this. This seems like something that exists in a utopia. To honestly go off. Like, let's celebrate the things that are just freaking awesome. Okay? That are just awesome. And this is one. And you just get to come here and just relax. And kind of do nothing. The expectation is just that you can just do nothing. And my partner is looking after the kids, which also, like, I'm grateful, you know, that I have someone to take care of the kids. Not everyone has that. And I just get to be in this sort of recovery cocoon while I'm going through really intense EMDR. And EMDR, I don't know, man, like, I've done little sprinkles of it, you know, in the past few months, whatever, but never to this level of intensity, and never, what's the word I'm looking for, consecutively, like days in a row. If I could go back, I would be like, I'm not doing 2 sessions in a day. That was insanity. That was insanity, and absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do not recommend. Don't try and do 2 sessions of EMDR a day. Or maybe you can handle it. I thought I could handle it, but I couldn't. I want lip balm and I don't have any with me. But yeah, I'm like so in it right now, and I'm nervous about going home tomorrow because I don't know how my nervous system is going to cope with the home environment because it's so busy and it's so much. French is really annoying me, so I keep adjusting it. Home is so busy and loud and overstimulating, and there's so many responsibilities. Parental responsibilities, partner responsibilities, also just an adult in society responsibilities, dog, mum responsibilities. You know. Dogs came to visit me yesterday, and it was so nice to see them. I tried to have one stay with me, the small one, and she had to go home because it was just so stressful. I was like, I can't cope with having her here right now. She could not, she just wouldn't chill. She kept barking and just being a pain. She just was anxious, I couldn't settle, so I was like, oh dude, I can't. Even the sound of her bark was like so overwhelming because this place is so quiet. So I'm really worried about how, because right now my nervous system is feels very tender and raw and exposed. And so I feel very soft and just kind of broken open at the moment, so I'm very apprehensive about going home and dealing with all of that sunscreen time. Just got in my eyebrow. It's a sunny day, which is nice. But, yeah, I'm just like, oh gosh. I'm going from complete lack of responsibility, like almost like when I was a child, you know? I'm staying in a house where I don't have to pay bills. I don't have to worry about needing to put the heating on, or what's for dinner tonight, or doing the groceries, or anything like that. Which is like the perfect environment to be resting in, especially during this time, but I'm just worried about how my nervous system is going to readjust to maximum needs placed on me, like being the needed one, and also maximum, I don't want to get something on my microphone. Maximum responsibility. It feels so overwhelming. So yeah, I'm nervous about the reintegration when I feel so fragile. I'm kind of just in a really raw state. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I really hope that it doesn't take too long for my nervous system to settle, because I currently, I woke up this morning, kind of yesterday, and then waking up this morning, I feel so super duper fragile, and I feel very heightened sense of anxiety, and I just feel like I could cry at the drop of a hat. So I don't know how the session this afternoon is gonna go. Probably okay, because the psychologist is amazing and I feel just so deeply supported by her. Makes all the difference if you get a psychologist or a mental health professional that you feel you can really build a relationship of trust and open, honest vulnerability with, and there's a sense of safety in the relationship. That makes all the difference in the world. I'm just wearing very minimal makeup because my skin looks amazing at the moment. Like, my skin is healing. Hello. I'm doing a little bit of Lumi Glotion because I like to glow. starting to feel like I want to delete all my mental health, self-help, trauma recovery, whatever, subscriptions on YouTube and podcasts, and I want to return. I have a book on PTSD that I brought with me. I want to return it. I don't want to read it. I'm just feeling oversaturated with the idea of healing and fixing myself, or how you just can you I just feel oversaturated by trauma and the healing of trauma, self-improvement shit. I'm not saying that I disagree with it, okay? I'm not saying that I disagree with healing. I'm just sick of, at this point in time, ingesting material about it. I'm sick of intellectualizing it. I want to do this therapy, and then I just want to breathe. I don't want to try and understand anymore. I feel like I've done so much trying to understand and unravel and heal, and just I wanted to put some lipstick on because I don't have any lip balm, and my lips are just dry and annoying me. So I'm putting on, what is this, Mellow something, the label's rubbed off, in the colour Shanghai. A camping trip directly before this whole experience. A camping trip. If you know, you know. And I felt like it put me in a really good place for this. Helped blow my thoughts out and reconnect spiritually to the natural world and to the things that really matter, and if I have not had the most intense increase in the urge to run away from society, as far as I can go, to my family, of course, and just live in the wild. This is kind of a, oh god, my eyebrows are really annoying me today. Whenever I do them on camera, they just annoy me. Because I feel like I'm like too busy looking in the viewfinder and then in the mirror, and it just like gets confused in my brain. Whatever, who cares? Yeah. I want to go live in the wild. It's both my partner. Well, first of all, it was my partner's dream. Like when we met, he told me about how he wanted to live off grid one day and like reconnect to nature and just like be off grid in nature. Some sort of like, you know, tiny home, whatever situation. And just like live as sustainably as possible and live off the land and all that jazz. You know how it is. And initially I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do that. Like, I'm too precious. And I require too many comforts of life I enjoy people too much. I enjoy not just generally people, but I'm a very social person, and I definitely gain my energy from most of my energy from positive social interaction, from like social connection. So I'm like, how am I going to do that out in the wilderness? And how am I going to have all my necessary comforts of life? I want to live in a big house and be warm and have all the comforts, you know. I don't want to live somewhere small in the wop-wops, which I don't know if that's a universal term or if it's just Kiwi slang, but it means like in the middle of nowhere, in the wilderness, in the bush. And the more that I learned about it, the more I realized that it actually really aligns with my own personal values. I am an eco-conscious person. I'm a very sensitive person. I am easily overwhelmed and overstimulated, and I'm very connected to nature, even though sometimes it scares me and it feels again overwhelming. I love to be comfortable, but not in the way that society offers, because I think because I don't come from a place of wealth, I can never truly be comfortable in society. Just because of the way it's set up. Housing and everything is very challenging and very expensive and very fickle, and can easily become homelessness. So I now share this dream of living off-grid. I don't know how in the wilderness I want to be. I would still like to be near somewhere, but feel remote at the same time. And I don't know exactly where that place is. I haven't seen enough of this country to know. I would like to travel and find a place, and I forgot that I'm doing my makeup because I'm just chatting with you now. I'm not putting mascara on because I will cry again today. There's no point, it's futile. Do I put some blush on? I might put a little bit of blush on. Wet n Wild running out, my 11 cheek colour. The fluff. So I want to achieve this, but as someone who does not have money, we don't have money for land. Okay, we don't. Land is expensive, and even cheap land we can't afford. Cheap land we can't afford. Okay, and so at the moment it's just not a feasible dream. But that doesn't mean that I don't still feel the presence of the pull of a simple, more natural life. But yeah, right now it's just a distant dream, and I feel such a frustration and like an itch between where I am now and where I want to be in that regard. I want to be in the natures, but then how does one achieve this when one does not have money to do so? renter and can barely afford rent as it is. And prices of amenities continue to rise. And I try not to be too concerned because what's the use? I try to focus on the now and what I can control in my life and the positive influence I can have in my own life around me, the people around me directly. I think that's the best way to live. What is in my control? What can I do with my life, with the means that I have, in order to make a difference? However seemingly small, it's very possible. Even just how you interact with other people around you, how you treat people, how you treat yourself, how you show up in relationships, how you consume or consume lightly, as ethically as you can, without trying to reach perfection, because we're not set up for perfection. Yeah, so that's where I'm at currently. Just feeling a bit burned out, overwhelmed, overstimulated, and like a little bit like, get me out of here. But very grateful for where I am right now. At the same time, there's so much to be grateful for. There just is. I'm going to set my brows and then I might just be done. I was wondering if I do a little bit of cheek glitter. I don't know if I feel like it's a cheek glitter day. Today I feel like keeping it kind of simple. Yeah, okay, I'm going to set my brows with this RCMA, the original and no colour powder. It's been weird not wearing mascara for this many days. I feel like I'm not used to it. Like I usually put mascara on every day. I tap some of this in my hand because I don't have anywhere else to tap it. I'm going to use my brush. Eco Tools. I think it's like a retractable kabuki. I've had this for ages. It goes so strong. Love this brush. There's powder everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to be very intrigued to see what shifts, if any, this therapy brings to my life. The idea is to help heal my PTSD, right? And the number of things that I've tried to do to heal it is extensive. And it's very much still present in my life on a daily basis. Complex PTSD, more specifically. And I can't tell you how done I am. I'm so done. So I'd really like if this does bring some sort of shift. And I hope it doesn't, bring any sort of, I don't want it to backfire, is what I'm trying to say. And I go back to my daily life. So I think as part of the anxiety I feel is that looming of returning to daily life and worrying about it. I have this kind of chronic thing of like, how will I cope? Or like this belief that I am not very skilled at coping. So that's interesting, isn't it? I'm still pretty dissociated, you guys. I didn't have the worst sleep, so that's good. Like, it wasn't too bad. I think I spent too much time indoors this week. You know what? I'm gonna do some sheet glitter to finish off. Why not? This is a long video, you guys. I don't have Wi-Fi at home at the moment, so I'm gonna have to try and upload this while I'm here. Because that's one of the challenges of not having Wi-Fi. So it's more difficult to upload videos because you have to go somewhere, find Wi-Fi that is not ridiculously slow, that you're going to be there all day trying to upload this video. Just a little bit of cheek glitter today. Do you want some on the brow bone? Yeah, I do. Why not? Go off. My pain has been really heightened through this experience too. I've been in so much pain. And, I mean, I did also crash off a moped the other day, but thankfully no serious injuries were sustained. But I am sore on my right, down my right side I'm sore. But also just generally, my pain has increased through this experience, which I think is probably just to be expected. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my things. Do a little bit of setting spray because I'm like super dewy at the moment with my makeup. Oh, that always feels so nice and refreshing. Love that feeling. Okay, right, my loves. Thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, take care of yourself deeply. Take care of those around you lovingly. We're all in this together. Remember that. I hope to see you in the next one.